So yesterday we had our second Wonder War against the DO-KW CU family coalition. The first one was kind of an embarrassing defeat. We didn't manage to gain any forts or base, and Nash even got capped at the end. And that was because it was a really bad time for US guilds and a really good time for Chinese guilds. But we did manage to push the ending of WoW back a few hours. So by the time it starts, in the 5 hours it would take for the fort timers to get down to 20 minutes, it would be sometime like 2 in the morning for China. And this time we did team up with Warriors Creed to help us, and they are in the same kingdom as us, and we've collaborated on rallies before. But the thing about this coalition of Chinese guilds in our kingdom is that they have not 1, not 2, but 3 Emperor accounts, and 2 of those accounts happen to be some of the strongest in the game. So they've got Cool Yang from KDM, that's the old Bonnie account. Chen Yi's old account is being operated by Liu Bei, and a recently sold Ten's account is now being used by Silencer. Now, Ten's account does have 17 Baron Jewels and the Emperor Sword, which does make it one of the strongest accounts in the entire game, and it's very difficult to kick that account from forts. So Nawaf is walking on Liu Bei right now. We're sending a 10-4-6. They've got a, I don't really know what that comp is, but it's a ranged heavy comp. So Nawaf is going to hit an int phalanx because he's ranged heavy. And this results in a close but solid win for us. Now, the game these guys were playing was that they had some of their weaker leads, plus Yang and Liu Bei, hold forts and get us to reset them. And when we did that, they would launch snipe cav rallies at us from a distance to try and cap our leaders after hitting the base. Now, because when you're sending mixed, the best formation to hit it is range phalanx, this tactic is extremely effective because if you've got no range left after hitting a fort, you're going to be easily capped by a cav rally. So to counter this, Nola is going to try and hit this fort with range. Unfortunately, this guy is able to counter him. It's pretty close though, only about 100k difference there. They use this tactic effectively to cap Nash's leader in the last Wonder War, and it's quite hard to get around because as soon as you march on the fort, they send their rally, and when you hit, all the players in that guild, I think most of them are carpet bots, will spam those carpets, and you only have like less than 5 seconds to exit the fort or you risk being capped. So this KDM guy is marching on Nash's fort with Inf, and that's a really bad choice. We did originally have 992 in that fort, but Nash swapped it when he saw the rally had been set. And I don't know why this guy didn't cancel, because if you've got an Inf cav heavy comp in that fort, there's no way you're going to be able to beat us, especially if you're going to slow walk it. But he props for trying anyway. So you'll see from the detailed report that KDM are sending about 50% T5, 50% T4. Now, our T5 numbers are always amazing. We were able to run at 60 to 80% T5 for almost the entire event. And having lots of T5 is the only way you're going to be able to beat these accounts, which have much higher stats than our players. So Yang, who is the new owner of the Bonnie account, is about to walk a rally on our fort. He has popped some attack boost early, so we can scout him and see what he's sending. So we can see that he is about to march with 44 on our base. Now, we do have a 992 in there, so he is going to counter us. And one thing that's been happening quite recently, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you click on someone's profile, there's like a 10-second lag sometimes. And that's really irritating because you'll see this a lot throughout the video. I'm trying to click on someone's profile to see what their gear is, and oftentimes I miss the rally that they're walking on the fort because it takes like 10-15 seconds for me to be able to get out of that view. So Yang sent 44, hit in Int Phalanx, which completely counters the comp that we have in the fort, but Nash still manages to win anyway by very, very close margins. Even though we have around 1 million more T5 than these guys, the stats that account has is huge. Bonnie's account, if I remember correctly, had about 7 or 8 Baron Jewels, plus the Emperor chest piece. So Nawaf is once again trying to reset Liu Bei's fort, and we know that 10 has a rally on this fort. It's probably a cav snipe, because we know where his location is, we've got a tracker on him, and as soon as Nawaf walks, so does 10. And that arrow approaching the fort, you can see, as soon as Nawaf hits, that arrow zooms as soon as they start spamming the carpets, but Nawaf is able to pull out quickly enough, and 10's rally just hits nothing. That was another extremely close victory with like literally 20,000 troops difference. Very impressive Nawaf being able to beat an account with 3 pieces of mythic Emperor gear. And as you can see, 10's rally just hits the fort and Guild's troops walk away. So Nawaf is going to hit Liu Bei's fort again after this. Now, I didn't show you this in the last clip, but Nawaf has already walked on this fort, and then 10 walked after him, carpeted, then Nawaf cancelled a second before he hit the fort, which means that 10 also had to cancel. Then Nawaf raced his troops back and started another rally really quickly before 10 was able to start a rally. So that means we're able to walk and carpet on Liu Bei's fort without having to worry about 10, because 10's rally is like 10 seconds behind ours. This time the margins for victory are much bigger, and we're able to get in a pretty sweet Blackwing there as well. So now we've got Nash walking on base to try and reset it. Those 2 arrows you see going towards base are actually both snipes. Silencer and 10 are both carping cav rallies on the base. Now we have a 44 light comp and they hit with cav in range wedge, and that usually is able to beat our inf cav heavy comps because we don't have enough range. But what's quite funny is that after this, 10's rally smacked into the base and knocked Silencer out as well, so they hit each other after hitting us. So now I'm going to show you how devastating these snipes can really be. So Nola is going to walk a mixed rally on this fort. The holder isn't very strong, he's got a couple of mythic champ pieces, but he's mostly regular gear. Now Silencer has a cav snipe fixed on this base, and he's going to walk right after Nola. This guy's job is literally just to let us hit him out, to weaken our troops with a cav snipe to try and cap us. So this guy had a 992 in int phalanx in the base, and Nola hit him with like a 44 in range phalanx, and he's purposefully trying to block any range rallies because he knows that if we send a range rally and knock him out and Silencer carps onto the range rally, that'll be very painful for him. But Nola is just able to walk away with just some siege. So Nash was marching on this fort with 992, and we knew that 10 had a cav snipe set, so we hit the fort purposefully, knowing that he'd carpet cav onto us. Nash took it in range phalanx, which was an easy block. Because of the new counters, research and boosts that are out, it's really easy to block any kind of blast if you've got mix in the base. So it was a really easy defense for us, not even close to winning, even though 10 probably has cav stats of upwards of 950. So that's going to be it for today, guys. This WoW does go on for 10 hours in total, and this is only just the first couple of hours, so there'll be many more videos to upload about the WoW this week. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.